Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories, hotties, and constant disappointments, naughties. Here are your hosts, Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty. I'm Hicks.
I'm Dwight Slappe.
And I'm Michael Beck.
All right, fellas. A couple of months ago,
too much
we had
enthusiasm. It's too much enthusiasm, Beck.
Too much.
Sorry.
Too much.
Nobody's ever been that excited saying Michael Beck before.
I don't know that the other Michael Beck, the actor in The Warriors, he's probably been pretty excited before.
Yeah, because that's a good point, especially now that Lin-Manuel Miranda's making a Broadway musical of the Warriors. Maybe he'll get an invite to come back, right?
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, I don't know. His career's really taken off since the Warriors, so I don't know. He's probably busy.
I want to say maybe he reads audiobooks or he's a weird Christian. Maybe both. Anyway.
Oh.
Why not both?
Yeah. Could be.
I'm sorry, Slice. I interrupted your whole intro because Beck was just too enthusiastic.
It's okay. I was going to try to match his enthusiasm, but I know I was going to fall short, so I kind of appreciate it. But
now I want you to try
now.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you need to try it.
Hey, gang. Let's talk about some hotties and naughties this week, all right? I'm real pumped to do that. Hey. So, if you might remember, guys, a couple of weeks ago, we did that whole cool episode about New Year's resolutions, and I just wanted to, check in, see if your guys' is going as poorly as mine is, because if you'll remember, my New Year's resolution was to be able, by the end of this year, to do a pull-up. Now, I've been falling flat on the whole working out part, but I will say where I haven't been falling flat is my nutrition. I mean, it might not look like it yet, but I'm getting there. We're only 2 full months in. We're just starting March, but I think a big key to that is, having a nice, varied diet with a lot of veggies, a lot of protein, but also a lot of veggies. So that brings me to hottie number 1 this week. What's your guys' hottiest vegetable? Now, I love a lot of veggies.
I was right to be so enthusiastic.
See?
I was right to be.
Right? Well, it's been a while since we really focused on food, so I thought, hey, I'm going to be responsible about it. But what's that hottiest veggie? There's so many good ones out there. I love a lot of veggies, but to me, there's one king, and that king wears a crown, and that crown is broccoli, baby. Number 1. There's so many things you can do with that guy. You can roast it. You can eat it raw. You can, not boil. What's the word I'm looking for here, guys?
Blanch?
It's nice and
steam.
Blanch. Steam. There it is. Steam heat, baby.
Steam, yeah.
Steam it. You can do so many things to prepare that delicious guy, and it just makes every dish better. Whenever I go and I get Chinese food, I want those big, beautiful chunks of green broccoli in there. If I'm making a quiche, like I do so often, I'm cutting that broccoli up and putting it in there. An omelet, broccoli, definitely everywhere. Got to be that broccoli. And it's so good for you. Got a little bit of protein in there. It's good for my guts. Got that fiber. A lot of those vitamins. I think it's got like vitamin K. You guys broccoli boys?
Sure, yeah. I like broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli will go hand in hand with my choice. I'll go ahead. I think they're the same thing, so I'm going to skip ahead and just say my choice is cauliflower.
Okay.
Because they're great. They're great vehicles for however you want to season them.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the vegetable trough because I like the vegetable. Let's be clear. There's no vegetable I ate go, fuck, that's great. Except maybe corn. Corn's pretty good. But you could put cheese on broccoli, some nice Italian seasoning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can drown out that broccoli taste with anything.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like a lot of meat. I want at least some salt and pepper on my steak. And if, I want to season the meat too, just like it's that canvas of broccoli. You got to hit it with I like to put some garlic powder, some crushed black pepper, and some, that Himalayan salt, little drizzle of olive oil, throw it in that oven and roast it, baby. Maybe cut some red onions up, put it on there too.
Oh, and cauliflower is also good. Mashed cauliflower is good.
Yeah.
You have to put lots of sour cream and butter in there to make it pleasant, but it's a very passable whipped potatoes substitute. Also,
God,
a cauliflower crust pizza can be good. Some of them are not good, but some of them are.
These were all my points I was going to bring up, but now I see that I've played myself by bringing up my choice while you were talking about your choice slice, so that Beck can now talk about my choice.
We're just stealing them. I was going to mention the leg up that cauliflower has over broccoli. Veggie wings. You can bread them, and they're not as good as the real thing. But hey, if you're a vegetarian, they're not a bad option. They're pretty solid, actually.
Now, I do have. I feel that we should bring up that cauliflower does look like a social disease. How?
A social disease.
That's one way to put it.
Well,
You're right,
you're
Grandma.
going steady with your special girl, and you don't want to look down there and see a bunch of cauliflower.
Nope.
That's true.
You're right.
But
Yeah.
that's true for so many vegetables. You wouldn't want to look down there and see any sort of, I don't know, asparagus or other vegetable. What if your balls turned into peas?
God help you if you just go down there and you see okra everywhere. Whew.
Just arugula, acres of arugula.
So much watercress, I'm drowning in it.
I do think that arugula is the most erotic vegetable to say aloud.
Yeah.
Nothing gets me there faster than my lover whispering arugula right while I'm about to climax.
Now, a close competitor, though, would be broccolini. Let me see your broccolini. Mhm. How about that?
Oh, how European. how worldly broccolini.
Well, la-di-da. The special at Cheesecake Factory tonight, boys.
You just know broccolini's thread count is high.
Oh,
There are no cheap Target sheets with the broccolini.
Well, I think we've kind of covered mine and yours, Dwight. Do you have anything else to say about cauliflower while we're here?
Well, I tell you a thing that cauliflower has. You mentioned the buffalo cauliflower wings.
Mhm.
Man, not to get crude, but if I'm a little backed up, nothing helps me out faster than some buffalo cauliflower. That's
Yes,
just-
friend of the show, fiber. Yeah.
Very important.
Fiber, a little buttery greasiness from the wing sauce, and then
for
it's just
lubrication. Yeah.
and then it's all of a sudden I can wear those pants again. Look at me, just those pants button again.
Just gotta
Thanks,
get
cauliflower.
that roughage and lube. That's all you need. Clear it on out.
Since we have wasted so much time, or maybe not spent enough time, I don't know, just completely destroying the structure of the show, let me take a little detour here and say you guys would be proud of me how many salads I've been eating lately. This was not my resolution this year, but every time we go somewhere to eat, my side is a salad. At least one of my sides is, and that's a big change for me. I never ordered salad.
Yeah. No, I'm proud of you, buddy.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome. I had a salad for dinner tonight. It was delicious. Had some broccoli in there. I also had some beets. I love beets too.
Oh, I love
Mhm.
beets.
I like a sweet pickled
yeah.
beet. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I
Did you have any
once went to
protein in the
this.
salad?
Oh yeah, chicken.
Oh, okay.
Just some roasted
Okay.
little chicken, unbreaded chicken nugs.
I once went to this restaurant in Columbus, Ohio. I think it was called The Pearl. It might still exist. It might not. It also might be named something else. And I'm remembering the wrong thing, but it had a beet salad. with multiple different kinds of beets in it. And it was one of the weirdest, most wonderful things I've ever had. And it was so beautiful. Beets are so pretty. It was so beautiful. My wife was horrified while I sat there eating it while, she cried, begging me to stop. But it was, beets are great. Oh, and I love that earthiness that beets have.
Oh yeah,
I bet it was
kimchi
I
once.
bet it was hard to sit at that. Yeah, I bet it was hard to sit at that table and wait for that beat to drop.
There it was. Beats by Beck.
We all know I only go to restaurants where everyone eats in silence.
All right, Beck, lay it on us. What's your veggie?
Kale. Kale is the correct choice. I love kale. It looks neat. It's fun to eat. It's I like how spongy and springy it is. It's like Tigger, but not something you want to punch, and also something you would want to put in your mouth. What me
and Tigger do on our time is our business, Beck.
A couple of episodes ago, you talked about going to a museum on a date night, and no wonder you fucking love that so much if you think kale looks neat. Oh my God, art must blow your mind.
Oh, it's so much fun. Kale is it's fun when you have to pull the leaf away from the stalk, because you don't want to eat the stalk, because the stalk is gross and branch like. And the bitterness of kale. I love a bitter experience. And that's
Nature's Rembrandt, kale.
How many Christmases did you ask for kale? Like how many Christmas mornings did you open up a fresh pallet of kale?
Fresh pallet of kale. Santa. That shipping container truck that got stuck in the Suez Canal a few years ago. It was shipping kale from the Orient to me. I just love it. When we go to our community supported agriculture, our CSA, every week, if I am the person who goes, I always get kale, because kale is always an option, because they always grow too much of it and no one else wants it. So.
Now, does your lovely wife enjoy the kale?
Yes, she does. She does. And I'm sure a huge part of the reason I love kale so much is my wife is such a wizard at preparing it. So
she's a kale wizard?
Yes, she is. And also other good fun kinds of wizardry. But
does she put kale in moon water and then bless the house?
She smudges the house with a kale stalk. She lights it ablaze and goes around.
She douses us all with holy water with the kale. Yeah, it's all very sanctified and gassy. Yeah.
If you find a small pouch of kale on your person after visiting the Becks, watch out. Crystal has cast a kale curse upon you. Is everyone still hungry? Is your tummy rumbling because you've only had vegetables so far? Well, let's talk about America's favorite food. Hamburgers. Hamburgers. This week.
Yes.
This week.
It's a theme episode, listener. It's a theme episode. It's a secret theme episode.
The theme is stuff you put in your mouth.
I can't wait for the naughty.
Wait till you hear. Wait for that naughty. It's really good. Woo! Maybe put the kids away before we get to the naughty. I had an amazing hamburger this week at a place in St. Albans, West Virginia called the Old Main Cafe. There wasn't anything too spectacular about it, but it was just made perfectly. And that was Tuesday, and I think I'm going to go back this weekend and get another one. So I was thinking maybe we should all build our hottiest hamburger.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm going to just use the one I ordered this weekend as the basis and maybe just add a couple of things. I'm going to start with the bun. It was just a simple brioche bun, but with like plenty of butter, and then it was toasted.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Then the meat itself, I mean, I don't go big on like what cut, like how much ground beef, how much whatever, but they used some of their steak shavings, like leftovers from their steak entrees, with their hamburger meat to sort of make it a mixture.
Yeah.
You got to get that burger medium for me. I need that. I need you to ask me what temperature I want my burger. I want a little pink in the middle. And then they offered a Cajun seasoning for your meat. So I had that. I had put pepper jack cheese on it. And then a runny egg on top.
Yes.
And that's all it was. That's all it
Yes.
was. But it was perfect. I added a little ketchup, just a little bit. I'm a ketchup boy. Even on hot dogs, I'm a ketchup boy, and I don't apologize for it.
Yeah.
If there would have been table hot sauce, I would have put it on there. But I thought, well, with the Cajun seasoning, let's just see how it goes before I start asking. And I'm glad I didn't, because it was great. And since we're doing like a fantasy burger, the only thing I would add to it would be a fried green tomato.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. I like that a lot too. Yeah.
The runny egg is, I mean, it's doing a lot of heavy lifting for me in burgers.
Yeah.
The first time I had it was in Huntington, and I was in my mid 30s, and there was one bar in town that offered it, and just ran into it by accident one day, meeting a friend for happy hour at, I'll say the name, it was the Union, and this is a college ass bar. This is a young people bar. Meeting some friends from out of town who still wanted to go to the Union. I was fine. Got this burger, amazing. So there's drunk Dwight at midnight with his even older friends out and about. And I was like, guys, we got to go get this burger. So then it's me and a couple friends paying a cover to get into this bar and sit in the corner eating these sloppy ass burgers in front of young people trying to sleep with each other. What a time to be alive.
I'll tell you, everyone got lucky in their own way that night, Dwight.
They really did. Really did. That was the night I heard the best, worst pickup line I've ever heard in my life. A guy that Beck and I sort of know loved to play golf. He was a couple years, he was almost 40 by the time we were doing this. We were at this college bar, and a young lady did keep looking over. And our other friend and I were like, hey, go talk to her. He's like, no, I can't. It's like, go talk to her. It's like, he walks over, and we can still hear him. And the first thing he says is, hey, do you like golf? Fuck. Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, I
so
gotta write
that
that down.
girl are married to this very day.
Yeah. 3 kids later. There's...
She still doesn't fucking like golf.
3 kids later, she still tells the story about some creep asking her about golf at the Union. Oh. Beck, tell me about your dream burger.
I do dream of burgers. This is a good question. So first we need to talk more about a fried egg on the burger. The first time I had a fried egg on a burger, which obviously a fried egg goes onto my ideal burger too, it was at a Ted's Montana Grill. This is a chain restaurant owned by Ted Turner that specializes in bison meat. I don't know if it still exists. It might be closed now. I don't know. Anyway, they had something called a kitchen sink burger that had a bunch of stuff on it, including a fried egg. And I ordered this. It was, I don't know, 20 or 25 years ago. And I remember being so excited about it. I called my dad afterward to tell him, Dad, I just had a burger with a fried egg on it. And my dad said, yeah, an egg makes everything better if you put a fried egg on it. That's how are you just now discovering this? I have no son, so on and so forth.
Well, how many meals did he prepare for you growing up where he never did this?
Yeah. If only I could travel back in time 25 years to really stick it to him with, Dad, why didn't you put any fried eggs on the chili or on the chicken wings, or I don't know, what else did my dad make? Chicken Kiev.
Oatmeal. Yeah.
Oatmeal. Actually, fried egg would be great on oatmeal. Yeah. The yolk in there. Yeah, mix it up. Anyway, so my ideal burger is I want mine to be like rare or medium rare if they won't do rare. I want a high quality bun. I don't really care what the bun is, but I want it to be good and I want it to have structural integrity. I don't want it to fall apart from the juiciness of my delicious rare burger. I want, and sometimes just the burger and the bun for me. I've really, as I've aged, I've gone in a radical deconstructivist direction with burgers, going back to basics, back to the roots of the burger.
He's a burger minimalist.
Yes, yeah. I'm just such an asshole about everything, aren't I?
Even if they offer kale? Even if they offer kale, you're not putting it on there?
Well, I mean, the kale would have to be massaged if they're putting it on a burger, because otherwise it would be, it wouldn't be supple enough. And
I hope those kids are already in bed now that we're talking about kale in that burger.
Kale after dark.
But if I do have to put something on there, a little mayo and maybe some sautéed mushrooms. That's really become one of my favorite burgers. And I want that bun to be a little toasted, little toasted. I also think it just holds together better and also gives you a little bit of crunch if you don't have delicious kale or like some lettuce on there. And I've got nothing against lettuce on a tomato. That's fine. I don't want onion, and I know this is a flaw in my character for some people, but I don't want onion on a burger.
I'm with you. Unless it's an onion ring, I will put an onion ring on a burger, but not a raw onion.
Yeah, I can see that. I think I've had a burger with an onion ring.
That rodeo burger at Burger King, baby, got me by. Got me through some hard days.
Yep.
Oh,
is that it, Beck? Is there any cheese on this burger?
There can be, especially in the last, 5 years, maybe 10 years. I've become less committed to having to have cheese on there. Like, if there is cheese, fine. If the cheese is forgotten, that's also fine. I really try to really savor the flavor of the beef. Do honor to the to the animal.
Yeah, I'm with you. If the only offering is American cheese, I can live without it. Put it on there, don't, whatever. It's fine. So we got mushrooms. We've got not kale. A bloody burger.
My burger.
Yes, we're recapping your burger.
Yes, bloody. Yeah.
So sautéed mushrooms, blood, a
Mhm.
toasty bun,
Mhm.
and an egg.
Maybe some mayo.
And some mayo.
Yeah, mayo if there's not an egg. If there's an egg, the mayo is unnecessary. Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, and here's something else. Rather than one patty, 2 thinner patties, little crispy on the edges.
Smash burger.
Oh,
Yeah,
smashing
yeah,
style.
it's kind of a smash burger concept. Made in like a cast iron skillet. That is often how Crystal makes a burger these days. They're delicious, and usually,
Wow.
and sometimes those get a little more done.
That's what I was going to
Then,
say. That takes some precision to get a really
Yeah.
bloody
Yeah.
smash burger.
Because you want that crispy
my
edge.
wife is a wizard.
That's true.
Yeah.
Forgot about her
That's true. Yep.
demonic powers.
Yeah.
Slice, what about
yeah.
you? Build that burger.
Oh, man. Okay, we're going to build it. Now, again, 3 for 3 on the runny egg, but I'll get to that. So first things first, got to get that brioche bun, put that butter on the insides. Don't put it in a toaster. Don't do that. Get on that skillet. Let it toast just right. Get that burger in there. I want about 6 ounces of burger there. I want mine medium, not too bloody, like Beck's. No judging, but I just like mine about medium. Then I'd like to also get some applewood bacon, not too thin, not too thick, somewhere in between. So it's not too crispy, but not too chewy, but just the right amount, that nice consistency. Just one piece split in 2, laying across there so it fits just right. Then we're going to do some, I'm going to do some blue cheese, guys, some blue cheese crumbles on this bad boy. And so I'm going to do those blue cheese crumbles. I'd like to hit it. Now, if I wanted to get really fancy, like those little torches you do like creme brulee with, I'd like to hit that blue cheese on top with a little torch action, just kind of like, give it those little burn marks and everything, melt it a little bit.
Oh,
and then,
yes. You magnificent son of a bitch. That's a great idea. Yeah.
And then I'm going to put that like that over easy egg on top. And then on the top, I'm not going to do anything like ketchup, mustard, mayo, none of that. I want a nice pineapple jalapeno jam to spread on top of that bad boy. And I'm going to go with that sweet and savory combo. And I think that'll pair nicely with that blue cheese and the applewood bacon. And I want to dig in.
God, that sounds great.
That sounds delicious.
Thank you. I want to make it happen. I'll invite you guys over when I do.
I considered bacon myself, but I backed off because I think bacon sometimes takes too much attention away from the rest of the burger. Like bacon's got to be the star for me.
Yeah.
You're going to go that way.
I could see that. I was hoping the egg would kind of balance it out and let everybody have their place to shine. And I also debated on using for the ground beef to like mix in some beef, but also with some like pork belly to like grind it up and put it in there so you get that fat, so that juiciness. And but ultimately I just went with old bacon.
That's all right. Now this habanero pineapple jam, is this a thing that you can buy? And is there something, or do you make this?
No, I mean, you can make it, but you can find it or similar jams, usually like local places. Like there was a plant nursery up in Maryland where Autumn and I would always go to, and they had assorted, jarred and canned goods, but they had various jams that had things, whether it be jalapenos, habaneros. But also, I actually found it at Aldi a year or two ago. They had various jams and jellies that had like pineapple jalapeno.
I have purchased this very same habanero jelly at Aldi. Yes,
but Aldi's like Brigadoon. It's not going to be there the next time you look for it.
Right. That's why I stock up. I have my little fallout shelter down here that I store all the various jams and jellies that I know won't be back for another year, if ever again.
In case I can't find it at Aldi, Beck, will you have Crystal make us all kale jelly?
Well, yes. I assume my wife canned some a couple of winters ago when we had a bumper crop of kale, and so she'll just dig some out of her kale pantry and ship them to you.
She knew World War III was coming.
And we're back. For the naughty this week, boys, I want to know what your naughtiest food that you just kind of go meh about and just kind of eat, but without joy. This isn't something you think is gross. It's not something you think is gross and like won't eat. You know, it's a thing that shows up on your radar sometimes, and you just kind of go, oh, all right. People have this at catered events, or you go to someone's house and they make it, or sometimes it's at your house because your spouse likes it and you love your spouse and you want to support them and eating something they like, even though you don't like it very much. And that thing. Oh, and people get excited about this item when you go to a restaurant and say, oh, you have to get the fish tacos here. Fish tacos are always just such a bummer, man. You know, there's some cheap, tasteless whitefish, which is already a bummer, you know, and I like fish, but I definitely don't want it to be the main thing. And it's always too liquidy in the fish taco and it never has enough body. I want the filling in the taco to have a little more substance. You know, I'd rather have something like a grilled or fried tofu in a taco than whitefish, frankly. And it's just, it's no one wants it. No one wants it. Maybe they put some cilantro on there trying to jazz it up, but it's like there is no other taco that I would place underneath a fish taco. I mean, like a poison taco, obviously that would be underneath, but any normal taco. Yeah.
So we're talking whitefish, pico, cilantro. Anything else?
In my mind, I'm envisioning it in a soft taco.
Right.
Maybe it would be better in one of those shells that tacos were made out of in the 70s. I don't know, but yes, yeah, you have described it exactly, Dwight. Yeah.
Maybe a little cabbage blend in there too. I like, I've had that on some fish tacos.
And you need the cabbage blend because that's the only thing that has any kind of crunch or flavor. And when the flavor's coming from cabbage, boys, Jesus Christ, what are we even doing here?
Now, I've had some decent fish tacos, but that was in the DC area and from like taco food trucks and everything. And I've had some good ones, but I've also had some miserable ones too that tasted like someone just got some Gordon's fish sticks and put it on, just some old El Paso tortillas.
No, Slice, my friend, my brother. Have you just tried to imply that I've not been exposed to glamorous big city tacos? And so that's why I don't care for fish tacos.
Maybe a little bit.
I've dined upon fish tacos with the crowned heads of Europe, and they're no better over there.
Now, Beck, he did say he's had fish tacos at the seafood capital of the world, Washington, D.C.
Hey, it's right there by the water. I mean,
So is Newark. Well, I guess Newark's a little bit inland, but it's as close as DC is.
I'm just saying the food trucks I got this from probably seasoned and spiced theirs a little better than the Applebee's you went to get your fish tacos back. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Slice, you mentioned fish sticks. I would rather have fish sticks than most fish tacos I've ever had.
Yes.
But do you guys like fish and chips, though?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, so what's the problem? It's like little mini fish and chips, but like there's no chips, but it's on the taco, and then you just
you have a gallon of malt vinegar and your tartar sauce and French fries and ketchup all sort of mushed in with the very crunchy breading on the deep fried fish.
It's true.
Okay. I mean, look, fish tacos are not my go-to. That's Autumn's go-to. But, I usually do something else like a barbacoa or, I love lingua. So, yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
But I don't hate a fish taco. But I can see if you get some vanilla ass bland fish tacos, they are pretty miserable. I get it. They're not enjoyable.
All right. Well, we'll have to agree to disagree this round, gentlemen. Dwight, what is your naughtiest nosh?
I think mine's going to be very controversial. My answer is a baked potato.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just not wild about them. A lot of that might have to do with I can't stand sour cream. So it's usually just butter, salt and pepper for me. And it's it's fine. Potatoes in general, I will get almost any other side on a menu compared to most, instead of a potato. This might have something to do with growing up. My father was taught and still believes to this day that he should have a potato with every goddamn meal. Every meal.
Gotta have your starch. One starch.
I didn't realize that your father was the president of Ireland, Dwight.
It's become contentious with his doctor how much potato he thinks he should be eating. So when I go to my parents' house and they're like, whoa, this is what we're going to have for dinner. And then this question inevitably happens. What kind of potato do you want with dinner? I'm good with no potato. No potato. How about something green? How about something fresh? Maybe we'll leave the tater tots, in the freezer this time.
What?
But what has a brighter, more vibrant taste than a farm fresh potato?
Now, on holidays, we do just grab a raw potato and eat it right at the table. Just biting off chunks of it.
Nice crunchy potato. Yeah.
And we dip it in a communal dish of butter.
Just like in the old country.
I've also reached a point in my life where I'm like, if I'm going to eat something meh, it at least should be good for me. And a potato doesn't do anything for you. I'm sure all the many doctors that listen to our show will chime in and say there are certain nutrients in the potato. But I'll take a mediocre green bean or peas or I'd take asparagus 1,000 times over a baked potato. Baked potatoes. Yeah. Boo.
I'm with you. To a degree. I'm not like the biggest baked potato fan. However, sometimes what I like to do is use it as a substitute for like something I would usually have with rice or something like that, maybe, or, and I like chili, for example. Not that I do chili and rice, but if I have some chili, I will put it on top of the baked potato, and that spices it up enough. But yeah, I don't necessarily care for just a baked potato, and I don't like sour cream because I'm a little lactose intolerant boy, and but I do like to put sometimes if I am having a baked potato, I might put a little Greek yogurt on there, shredded cheddar. Yeah, it'll do in a pinch. But yeah, there's a lot of other things I'd prefer to have. But I like roasted potatoes. I like to dice them and roast them and, season them, get a little crisp on them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all about texture, and you can season those properly. Baked potato, get out of here.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, kind of mush. Yep. I feel you.
A couple of years ago, I was at Wendy's and ordered some chili and a baked potato because I was being healthy, and I had the brilliant idea. The clouds parted and sun shone down into my face, and I realized I could pour the chili onto the potato, and I was so excited about this. And I told people about it, and everyone said, yeah, everyone, what's wrong with you? Everyone knows this. What's
Welcome to 1993, doofus.
but I'm over here, like Leibniz inventing the calculus while Newton is doing the same thing in England. And
That's what I was about to say. Well, you were in a fog from eating nothing but kale for 6 days, and then Wendy's appeared on the horizon.
You know what pairs great with kale? A baked potato, which I just love. And part of it is that I love sour cream. Sour cream is one of my favorite little add-ons to things. Yeah, so a baked potato is really a sour cream delivery vehicle, among other things. So this is my segment, which I have remembered, and now we'll move on. Now we'll move on to the next person in the segment for their naughtiest food, and that next person is Slice. Yes,
that's it. The one guy
So
left.
good.
Gonna be me.
Yeah.
Smooth transition as always, Beck. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think mine's going to possibly be a little controversial as well. But guys, I'm not the biggest fan of meatloaf, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Yep. See, there it is. I finally did it. Beck's quit. He snapped. Baked potato was bad enough, but when we went after meatloaf, he's done. All right. Next week, it'll just be one hottie, one naughty.
What about the early albums?
Well... Yeah. Bad Out of Hell had some.
Bad Out of Hell, man.
Yeah. I loved him in Rocky Horror. But no, look, the thing is, like, all right, my grandma lives with us and I love her, but she loves a meatloaf. And I get it. She, born back in the days where the meatloaf was just fine, mighty fine dinner. But I had a lot growing up, and I don't know, just something about that ketchup on top, just sitting there and like gelatinous, like, yeah, and crushing up those crackers to put in the mix and all this. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's just a big old, here's the thing. I like meat. I like loaves. Put them together, you'd think I'd be all about it. But I can do it. I'll do it. But I'm not really enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it. That being said, the next day, if there's any left over, if Beck hasn't come over for dinner and the next day there's some meatloaf left over, I will gladly take a slice of it. I'll warm up the skillet and everything, put a little, olive oil or something on it, and I'll just sear all the edges of it, get a nice little crust on the outside and heat it up. And I do enjoy it a little bit whenever it's got that nice crispy crust on the outside the next day. Infinitely better the next day. But yeah, fresh meatloaf, don't enjoy it very much at all. I'll eat it, but I won't enjoy it.
Oh, this is agony. We're really at opposite ends of the possible spectrum here with food talk, or with food tacos. Yeah, you do want a food taco.
That's the best kind of taco to eat.
Damn it!
It's the best kind. Oh.
What?
Oh. Maybe not the best kind.
Oh, yes. How is this only now sinking in? Yes, Lady Town. Yeah.
Lady Town.
So Slice, the next time you're grilling your next day meatloaf, have you considered ever making that into a sandwich?
Oh, that's what I usually do whenever I've seared it on the outside. I'll throw it on a piece of some bread, and yep, definitely. Because I'll slice it a little thinner too, so it's almost like a patty. But yeah, I'm not enjoying it. I would take fish tacos over meatloaf. I was gonna say it.
The show is over. That's the show for today. I don't want there to be any more show now.
Patty, does she live in Ladytown? Does Patty live in Ladytown? That's what I'm asking. That's it for our show. You can find us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
We hope you have a great week.
Thanks for listening. We love you.
Thank you for listening. This has been Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories and constant disappointments, as hosted by Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe. Editing and production by Michael Sullivan. Our theme is Handel's Entrance of the Queen of Sheba for Two Oboes, Strings, and Continuo Allegro, as performed by the Advent Chamber Orchestra. Crystal Howe speaking.